and we're going to be able to put that in.
But we're not going to do it today.
Now we're going to do the AC condenser.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to get late.
Yeah, oh, it's going to get late. And I don't even know what we are trying to take off.
Ooh. Okay, we got to do a couple of repairs on Vera's car. You know, the one I'm doing right now is a leftover from our big, huge rebuild we did, where I posted a compilation a couple of Sundays ago. On the brake cable, I forgot to install 2 clips. And this is really going after us now because the park brake starts to fail. I'm gonna install those clips now, and hopefully that problem will be gone. Gotta use my siphon plier to get these off. There we go. There's the snap ring groove, and you can see there is no snap ring. So what happens is that this goes in too deep. So here's that clip, okay? I actually bought this clip from Land Rover. So you can see it goes on here, it fits really good. And now the cable bottoms out here nicely on this clip, okay? Before we close this up, we're gonna give this some anti-seize here. Okay. And we put this thing back over, and then basically this side is done. I'm gonna check my adjustment, of course, as well. See, this cable has now no play anymore. And same thing, clips missing. Go straight in here, put some anti-seize on here. Very well. Close this back up. And tight. So let's see if the adjustment is still good. Okay, that's almost 8. And it's tight. And we're gonna open this 8 clicks. Let's make it 9. And good enough. She's using our replacement Discovery 4 while I'm working on this one. Oh, hopefully she's not gonna hit my queen.
Yeah, please don't forget to put on my wheel spacers.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna look dorky, you think?
Yeah, they are most important.
We're gonna check out if it's working.
Oh, I got replaced by the tripod just because I had to go inside for a second.
9 clicks. I don't do 10 like in the manual. I usually do 9.
Yes.
9. Put these back on.
So he got 2 more for Fabian's Discovery 3, where he also forgot them, but God knows when we ever will see Fabian again.
He wrote me a WhatsApp that he's gonna be driving to Germany soon. Now he wants to sell his Discovery, so if anybody is interested in his brown, almost black Discovery, HSE, it's a 2009 with a repaired engine, and it probably got only like 20 problems, but
yes.
It could be worse, it could have 40. Get in there. Good. Open it. You have to hit the brake, you have to turn the ignition on, and all those things.
I completely forgot how to do that.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
So now you are allowed to use your parking brake again.
So did you watch our big compilation video last week? Christian made it out of, I think, 10 or 12 videos. It was an awful lot of work, and we got an awful lot of hate comments. Yeah. That was not nice. We got incredible comments and a lot of hate comments.
I should post a couple of hate comments right here.
Yeah,
people were saying we're running out of ideas, we're running out of content, and all kinds of nonsense, okay? I wanted to do everybody a favor to be able to watch the entire restoration without having to go through 12 videos from us. Now you have to understand, when you post something on YouTube, it's public, and I can show it right here. And I can send an angry mob to your house. I got that power. So you have to think twice before you are angry with YouTubers and before you make hate comments, okay? Not that I would ever do that, okay?
Exactly. And the best thing is, those who gave hate comments, they didn't even watch the video.
People watch our video on a Sunday and then they complain that they wasted their time. Why don't you watch something else, okay? There's so many good videos on YouTube where you can really waste your time, okay? I hope we didn't waste your time. Most people did enjoy the video and gave us really nice comments. I cannot tell you how much I appreciated the comments where people said, that must have been a lot of work to edit.
Yes.
Because it
yes.
really was, okay?
Some people just get it, you know?
Yeah, we have so many good subscribers who understand what we are doing, and we're definitely not running out of content. We're driving Land Rovers. How would we run out of content, okay? If we would be driving Toyotas, yeah, maybe we would be showing you how to make coffee, like the other 250 Overlander channel out there, including Grumpy Old Man.
I'm not saying anything.
Now this issue was bugging me now for a long time, and finally I got around to do it. And while I'm doing this, I noticed that there is a bolt loose here and a bolt missing here.
What?
Yeah.
What are you? Oh my God.
Who installed them? I was probably at Jaguar Land Rover and they forgot.
No, all fixed.
After our rebuild, this car developed really already 3 problems. First of all, it doesn't start very good. We're going to replace the in-tank fuel pump, but my dear is not getting her gas tank empty. She keeps refilling it, so that's not going to happen today, okay?
Don't comment, it's your glow plugs.
No, it's not. They knew.
They
it's
knew.
also not the injectors. We checked those. They
the
are
engine,
good.
everything is working fine.
And this car has nearly 300,000 kilometers, and we never opened this fuel tank. This is the first time, so I want to know how much dirt is inside. I don't know how your wife is, but as soon as it drops below center, she panics, and she could be stalling on your way to the shopping mall.
because my spare canister is over there.
The other problem the car developed, it lost its AC charge, okay? We did not replace the condenser because it still looked good, okay? Now we got a leak in the condenser. Then it's losing coolant water and there's no dribbling on the floor and all the plastic pieces are already new. So everybody knows what that is. It's probably the EGR cooler. So I bought a new OEM EGR cooler for 154 euros and we're going to be able to put that in.
But we're not going to do it today.
No, now we're going to do the AC condenser.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to get late.
Yeah, oh, it's going to get late.
Yeah.
Well, good thing is we have a spare Land Rover. So he can get a spa treatment and I'll be using the black mall crawler.
We got to replace the AC condenser, and there are basically 2 methods described in the internet. One is to take the entire cooling radiator out. That requires to take out the coolant and everything and all the fan shroud and stuff. The other solution is to take this front section of the vehicle a little bit forward, tilt this backward and pull the condenser out. We're going to try that solution first. If that doesn't work, we're going to have to take the coolant out and everything else.
That all sounds actually like a body-off procedure.
The easiest is to disconnect the battery. Anyway, we're going to take many sensors off. That's probably a good idea.
Nothing easier than that on a Land Rover Discovery.
So I do that. Ow. While we're in here, we could fix your wireless remote of your winch.
I completely forgot that it's broken.
This gotta come off. It's all so easy on a Discovery 3.
Everything is easy on a Discovery 3. Yeah, I'm filming and you haven't said stop filming yet. By the way, the car still hasn't burned down.
Okay. That's so easy.
A colorful rag.
And the lower fan shroud comes out, which is extremely easy on a Discovery 3.
Yeah, you're into 3 hours on a Discovery 4 when you get to that step.
Yeah, and about 2 divorces if you do it with your wife. Now I got basically now the back cleared here completely. You can see there's our radiator. And in front of that thing is the condenser from the air conditioner. This thing here is most likely dead.
Oh, I thought that's new.
No, we only replaced this piece here.
No.
Do I have to show you our own videos?
Yes.
This is not new. New is the intercooler below. You can see this corner here is all dirty.
Oh, okay.
And that's most likely where it's leaking. You can see this piece down there, that's your intercooler. That's new.
Oh, okay. Well, it looked much bigger when we actually did the work. So on my Discovery, they open easy peasy. Sucker, yeah.
I worked this in and out quite a few times and now it's coming.
Yeah. So we use something like that all the time.
Okay, I also got it underneath.
Yeah, those bolts get anti-seize from now on. Oh no. In order to get the bumper off, we have to take the wheel arch off.
Yeah,
We don't want to do that. So here we have an interference, you know. We can just cut that off.
That was easier than I thought. This bolt here.
That bolt. Oh. Again, just to get to that bolt.
Okay, now we're gonna try to pull the bumper forward. So this one was a little bit of a debacle,
That was a close call.
but we got it out. Probably get a longer extension. That was indeed
A lot of work.
It's not loose yet.
Oh my
What the
God.
hell?
And I don't even know what we are trying to take off.
Okay, now we have to do some off-camera investigating.
Yes, we do.
You know what really sucks? I lost my blue channel lock in large.
We probably lost it in Lucas's car,
just-
where you lost your cell phone.
So what we did now is we loosened up this entire front thing. At least it was already loose, why it's now not. Okay, see, this is now, well, it was loose, it's not anymore. This side, see on this side it's already nice and loose, and I can pull it a few inches forward, and that's already good enough, okay?
So what's the problem?
It's mounted to the coolant tank,
Oh my
okay?
God. Yeah, so we are loosening the coolant tank.
Drop the bolt.
Now you drop the bolt. Oh,
Where is
shit.
it? And now this thing can come forward, and of course we lost the bolt in the abyss.
I will find that bolt.
Got it. Oh, there it is. I fished it out of the Bermuda Triangle. Now we can try to play around if we can get the condenser out, okay?
I'm convinced we should have also bought that one, because we don't want to do that again.
We do not replace things prematurely. Prematurely is not good. If we would have replaced all this prematurely, we would not have a video to make now. This comes off. I'm popping the AC line here. I covered this up. There's nothing in my eye.
Oh,
and now don't breathe that in.
Stop breathing.
Evacuate a little bit. Wherever I have now fluid spilled, it's green, okay? Now, that one is pressure free.
And Christian actually also went to our friend to have it professionally evacuated.
Yeah, he did evacuate probably like 300 grams.
Yeah.
There was just not much left. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Getting there with a swivel joint. And now don't drop it in the Bermuda Triangle.
I put it in here.
There it
You're gonna
is.
drop it.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because I cannot reach it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. So that is one mean bolt, but we gotta get it out.
Any bolt you can open with a standard tool is easy on a Land Rover, okay? Just because you have to use two hands, it's difficult for a Toyota driver, okay? Because how you gonna hold your donut in the other hand? And yes, we can.
Oh my God, there's a leak. Oh my God.
So, but this, what you see is the oil, yeah?
Yeah, but you see the green sparkles.
So this part lasted only 17 years. What the hell? Okay, we're using a Nissan condenser. Yeah, what I know is that it's a little bit damaged here. See?
That is not nice.
There.
We'll have to send it back. It's gonna have a crack.
No, it's not. See here? Already good. Fixed. Here. Okay, there are our O-rings. There, this matches, okay? This matches almost. There's a little gap, not here.
And the good thing is that came already with it.
So this, and this goes in. Precision insertion.
And we have still one bolt missing in action.
Okay.
All we gotta do is putting it back together.
Click, click. Also no anti-seize. What's wrong with me today?
What's wrong with you, Christian? But it's getting hot here in Germany.
Oh, the sun is coming right through that corner here.
Oh yes.
Sunbathing.
So that bolt was a battle.
Now we gotta put this thing back into position. Okay. Okay.
Good.
It's in.
Perfect. Oh, of course, we forgot something.
Yeah.
Here.
And everything snaps immediately back in place. Like,
That's not normal.
Kind of like, don't take me apart. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open up the ports, and if this thing is intact, it should have a vacuum in it.
Oh, really?
So listen.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so it's not broken. That was the sign. And the second plug comes out. Now what we gotta do is replace this O-ring here. Let's see if it's the correct one. Typically...
It's not. And it's not.
No, it's not. So just for giggles, I mounted it, and you can see it doesn't fit. So that's the quality Nissan product, what everybody said is OEM quality.
It's not.
So there's the O-ring we installed, last summer. And it doesn't look like I harmed it with my iPhone tool. So we're gonna use this O-ring. There we go. And the other line, let's see what Nissan did on this one.
It's also bigger. The green one is bigger.
I would suspect women say bigger is better. Okay, but the O-ring does not look flattened, and it's from last year. So we put it back in. They came from Land Rover. I remember they like $8 a piece.
Yeah, that's where he's working on.
Yeah, went in real easy.
This time he didn't forget the anti-seize.
Yeah, this is critical. AC lines are mounted.
Okay.
Look how nice that looks from here. Looks like a new car.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice yet.
There's the switch from our winch.
Yes.
Everything in reversal order with the goal of having the least amount of bolts left over.
Yeah.
After 16 years, 17, there we go. The 2. So we put anti-seize on those. Torque them. Click, click. Click, click. Good. So all those are back in.
Yeah, there we have more.
Bumper and stuff. Click, click. Oh, damn it.
What?
Touched your plastic with anti-seize.
Oh, someone has to clean my car now.
Okay.
Yes, great.
Okay, a few more on the bottom, and then the bumper is almost back.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The lower fan shroud goes back in.
Wait, here you're on the hose.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting close to the end.
This piece. Oh, look at that, about the dust behind it. Here we go. And done.
Good. You cannot have enough anti-seize grease.
On the coolant fan?
Yes.
Look how nice that goes with anti-seize.
Oh my god.
Done.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure to focus on putting that thing back together, because otherwise it's going to draw false air.
If it draws false air on this corner, you get false reading on your mass airflow sensors. Then you go to Land Rover, they replace the sensor, and in order to replace this, they take this off. When they put it back together with a new sensor for 150 euros, they simply plug this in correctly.
And
So
then
the root cause was this, but you paid them to do this. And it's always like that, okay? So listen to Vera. Click, click. Click, click.
show them, Christian.
See, this is engaging our winch and disengaging our winch,
Yes.
okay?
And there's
a
an end
huge
stop.
gap, okay?
Yeah, with an end stop.
So if this would be a Jeep, we would be all done. But no, Land Rover needs to put 1,000 bolts in. And maybe we leave it in Jeep stage. Click on only. Replace at least the broken ones, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's such a pretty car.
You definitely don't want to upgrade a Discovery 3 with the looks of a Discovery 4.
Don't
okay?
do that.
Those
No.
times are over. These are more classic now.
Anybody driving a Discovery 3, those are the hardcore guys now.
You know, anybody can drive a mall crawler. Okay. pull out all these broken down Toyotas. Now it's really important that I turn this off here. There, it's off. So
I think we are not done.
don't show that. I wanted to say we're done, so we're done. I can
Oh,
put that
okay.
on off camera.
Final step.
I'm gonna get the air conditioning filled. That will be still part of this episode. The next repair will be the EGR valve cooler and the in-tank fuel pump. Those are all components we have not replaced in our major rebuild 1 year ago, where you guys watched the compilation video a few weeks ago. It just keeps on going because the car is still 17, 18 years old, and a condenser, yes, we should have replaced it, but it's not our style to replace stuff prematurely, okay? You want to replace stuff when it's necessary, because you might even be able to fix certain things, you know, instead of just throwing parts at it. That's it for this week's episode. I hope Vera is going to have a running air conditioning again for the first time in this year, because it was empty from the beginning. Then she wants to use permanently my black LR4, and that car is mine, okay? So is the Queen, okay? They both mine.
It's just when I have 3 people and 2 BMX bikes, I like to take the black mole crawler, because with my setup, that is really a debacle.
And at this point, we want to thank our patrons a lot for their support, and
We'll see you next Sunday.
very well. So filling the AC here. This is the contrast additive, and filling 550 grams. You can see the level here, and it goes down to the black tape. Excellent. So this is a real stress test today for the Queen. Check this out. We got 35 degrees and we are on the Autobahn. Bought an engine block, okay, for my 3060T EU6. Really hard to get. Well, in Germany, you know, you're not always the fastest. Well, at least I'm not on the phone. So Vera drove the car now 2 days with the air conditioning fixed. And yesterday it was really hot. It was like 36 degrees. And the car absolutely gets cold on the inside. What I want to do quickly for her is clean her AC ducts here a little bit with this cleaner. So that's not really difficult, okay? You put something in somewhere and you pull it out. Any man should know how to do that. Oops, that's pretty cold. I got Lucas's Audi here on the lift, an A4, and he's got a broken climate compressor clutch here. Never had anything like this. Oh, the pieces are even falling off. And there are these dampener rubbers here inside, and they completely disintegrated. You know, to take the air compressor out, I had to loosen 3 bolts and take the belt off. Like 8 minutes of work. Okay. Taking the climate compressor down on a Discovery is like a day worth of work. Now we got to open up the snap ring and replace the pulley wheel, and we're done. This is all accessible. The new clutch wheel is on. That was a piece of cake. Everything is a piece of cake on this car. Unbelievable. The other day we changed the engine mounts right here. Didn't have to take a single component out for excess. Not a single one. All you have to do is open a bolt, lift the engine up, pull the old one out, stick the new one in, you're all done. What the hell, Land Rover? Why don't you hire a couple of Audi engineers? And they really got a bad reputation for building stuff user-friendly. Click, 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 click. And then here the oil sensor. Of course, mounted from the outside, the oil sensor, not screwed up. Finally, we got a used block. That one is probably the only one in Germany right now for a Gen 2 engine. And it only got minor damage. So we will be able to fix this one. It got basically a bad main bearing in the front, okay?
Oh my God.
Because when the crank exploded, it pushed the bearing out So it is basically 0.08 out of spec, and it's gonna need some line boring. The block has only 70,000 kilometers on it, and it's from a Jaguar actually. It had 300 horsepower. The guy I bought it from still has the Jaguar in his garage with all the parts for this engine except for this block. This one requires line boring, okay? You would have to get yourself, in the best case, just an engine and put it into this Jaguar, and you can drive around with it. So if you're interested in that Jaguar, okay, like I said, he's a really nice guy. He doesn't want to have a ton of money, and he wants to get rid of this car. If you're interested, please contact us and we can set you up with a phone number.
Ah, Christian. Christian.
Yeah.
So now I have 2 blocks.
Good. I'm gonna line bore this engine block, okay? Here in my home shop, and I'm gonna make a video about this. We line bored one before, but this one, the front bearing is broke, so I can't use that as a guide like I did on the last line bore job. So I'm gonna have to build an entire setup, an entire rig to line bore this one. Hopefully that works. Hopefully I'm gonna get good dimensions, and we're gonna see this baby running in the future in some vehicle. This was a replacement engine in this car. It failed originally with a bearing failure, and then he had this engine put in under warranty. I think they put in a full block. This was not a short block repair. And at that point, it did another 70,000 and it snapped the crank, just like in an SUV.
How much bad luck can you have?
Yeah, and you know, he was such a nice guy. He even had a CJ5, okay, with a V8 in it. And he used this to go into the woods and cut firewood.
He should play the lottery now, because with 2 engine failures, both engine failure modes, he's going to win the lottery now.
Okay, so